done a lot of videos on queer kid stuff, and I mean a lot. So I followed Lindsay and Teddy through their journey of meaningless hypocrisy to the point that they've even branched out on their subjects, discussing things like ability and race and flair. But today, oh boy, today is the big one. And in honor of Lindsay and Teddy having their ups and downs, I thought I'd bring a little dose of downs as well. Introducing Irate Bear, co-host of the Ghost Poo podcast and general pain in the rectum. So I hope you're strapped in because today we're discussing Islam.
Hey there, friends. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff.
You know, Drunken, I've never actually made a response video to Lindsay and Teddy before.
You haven't? Oh, it's good fun. Until you can't get the theme tune out of your head, that's when the PTSD sets in.
I'm already starting to get Popanoli flashbacks, mate.
Well, this is essentially the same thing, but on a much lower budget and filmed inside a drag queen's purse.
What are we learning about today, Lindsay?
Remember when we talked about our identities, Teddy?
Of course I do.
We talk about gender all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the damn time.
And that's a big part of your identity, but there are other parts too.
How sad must your life be that all you do is talk about your gender and arbitrary segments of your identity?
Or make videos responding to people talking about their gender and arbitrary segments of their identity. And the answer is quite sad.
It's really one-dimensional when you think about it. I mean, I get it, right? Identity, it's important. A lot of people have identity crises and do things like travel around the world to find themselves, like the middle-class ponces they are.
Oh, yeah, I went to Thailand on my gap year. Oh, terrific experience, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
But to narrow yourself down to your personal attributes, that's just sad. You are more than your vag and your preference for front holes.
Race, ability, class, ice cream.
The music you like, the movies you enjoy, hobbies, your personality, how you react to situations.
Like Teddy saying ice cream and triggering all those lactose-intolerant weaklings. Evolution's coming for you, you saps.
Well, maybe not ice cream, but you've got the idea. Over the next few episodes, we're talking about another part of our identity called religion.
Religion. Something that is generally forced onto children from a young age, indoctrinating them, if you will. Sounds like this one's going to be right up your street then, Lindsay, but let's have an intro.
Kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
You ready, Teddy?
Ready, Lindsay?
Okay, today we're talking about religion.
Oh, I got this, Lindsay. Some people believe a powerful being created everything, and some people believe a different powerful being created everything, and they've been killing each other over it for thousands of years.
Now, religion is really different for everyone, especially queer people.
Yeah, tell me about it. Most religions aren't exactly big fans of LGBT people. Islam in particular comes to mind.
Whoa, careful, mate. We're British. We could end up in jail for criticising that particular religion. All the others, though, they're fair game.
Some people are religious and some people aren't, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, sure. Tell that to the Western Christians who constantly get shit from the media.
See? That one's fine to criticise.
Or the apostates in the Middle East who are seen as even bigger scum by Islam than Christians.
Yeah, my apostate's been playing up, actually. I think I might need to see a doctor.
Or, on the other side, anti-theists who despise all religion.
I get that, though. I mean, believing in something is fine. You go for it, buddy. But organised religion, well, that's an age-old scam, isn't it? Personally, I can't believe in any god that looked at the dinosaurs and thought, boring, let's start over.
That's right. Totally okay.
Just like almost everything we've talked about, religiousness is kind of on a spectrum.
Oh, well, looks like you have that in common then, Lindsay.
You can be super religious, you can be non-religious, or you can be somewhere in the middle. That's me. I'm somewhere in the middle.
Shit, me. She's non-binary, she's agnostic. Can you not make a fucking decision on anything?
Okay, where am I?
I don't know, Teddy. That's something you have to figure out for yourself. There are also lots of different kinds of religions. There's Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism,
Pastafarianism, Jediism, the cult of Kek.
Hinduism, paganism, Baha'i, indigenous religions.
You didn't want to look any of those up then?
There are hundreds of different religions from lots of different cultures.
Wow!
Over the next few episodes, we'll talk about the 3 major religions: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity.
Uh-oh, Lindsay's about to start a holy war over what a major religion is. It's lucky the Buddhists are peaceful people, isn't it?
You ready to meet today's special guest?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hi, Blair.
Hey, how you doing?
What the fuck is that on her head, Drunkle?
I couldn't tell you, Bear, as you keep cutting to your council estate background. I mean, where does that door even go? And no railing along that wall. Health and safety are gonna come for you, mate.
Hi, Blair.
Hey, Teddy.
Okay. What are your pronouns and how do you identify?
Every time, Teddy, every damn time.
Drunkle, how on earth have you managed to make this many videos on queer kid stuff? You see that greeting Teddy just did? That's the world these social justice types want, isn't it? All white hetero men enslaved in prison or dead, and everyone else? Well, everyone else has short hair and pulls off a shirt and tie better than Christian Bale.
You got all that from Teddy asking about pronouns? Deep.
Thanks for asking, Teddy. Very considerate. My pronouns are she, her, and I identify as a black, queer Muslim woman.
Oh my goody gumdrops. It's a walking paradox. I wonder if she just ignores Islamic theocracies where the Holy Quran is law,
I know I do.
and people like her are launched off buildings or forced to transition.
Oh, cool. That's a new word. What does Muslim mean?
No, no,
Oh boy.
no.
Drunkle, I'm leaving this one to you, mate.
I'm not touching that one, buddy.
Muslim refers to somebody who practices the religion of Islam.
That's one of the religions you talked about, Lindsay.
That's right, Teddy. Blair, can you tell us a little bit about what being Muslim means to you?
I imagine she thinks it's all sunshine and fucking rainbows.
Well, considering Islam's stance on LGBT, I doubt there are many rainbows.
Islam to her doesn't mean having to walk around in public with a male chaperone. It doesn't mean getting her ass beat by the religious police in the street for not being covered up with a niqab. It doesn't mean complete gender segregation. It doesn't mean having your head parted from your neck for being the wrong sect of Islam.
Oh, that's what happened to me.
What it does mean is that it's another oppression point, ranking her quite high on the oppressive stack. Better watch yourself, Lindsay, lest you be punished for saying the wrong thing.
Just like in Britain.
Sure. Well, being Muslim to me is a very important part of my identity and part of my life. I converted to Islam in 2015, which means I took the Shahada and basically said that I view Allah as God.
Hey! So did Drunken Uncle during an episode of the Ghost Poo podcast.
Yeah, so watch yourself, you kafir motherfucker.
And I spend 5 times a day praying. I fast during Ramadan. I give back to people who are less fortunate.
Damn, Blair, so far this just seems like a major hassle.
And I think being a Muslim is a lot about doing service and being a good person.
Yeah, gotta love those charitable Muslims making their way from Africa into Europe right now, giving their culture by, raping and
Whoa, careful, man.
having sexual emergencies at swimming pools,
Bear, take it easy, mate.
burning neighborhoods down, committing multiple acts of terror, and more.
Fuck it, at this point I might as well drive myself to prison. Jeez.
Look, right, I get it. It's obviously hashtag not all. Before I get arrested for a hate crime.
Oh, that's just occurred to you, has it?
That's obvious. If they were all like that, we'd be fucking dead. But this lady is just delusional. Islam and LGBT people don't mix. For example, here's a video of Muslims protesting outside a school in Birmingham because they were teaching gay tolerance.
It does make me wonder, do all the schools in Birmingham resemble a row of shops?
Cool. And what do you wear on your head?
Well, I'm wearing a beret right now, but what I'm doing is observing hijab,
As well as appropriating from the French.
or wearing a head covering.
What was that word again? Hit.
A hijab.
It's like 2 syllables, Teddy, you moron.
That's the covering I wear over my head, that other Muslim people wear over their head as well.
I think you mean Muslim women, Blair. You hear that, Lindsay? Women! Try selling your non-binary bullshit to them, I fucking dare you.
It's called a hijab. So this is what a traditional hijab looks like,
Wow, I had no idea you could wear a book on your head.
but it doesn't have to be just that. It can be a baseball hat, it can be anything.
Doesn't it get hot under there?
Yes, it does.
Of course it does, Teddy. In any religion, praising God is all about being uncomfortable.
But there's so many different ways to wear hijab. You can wear a baseball cap, like I said. You can wear nothing, because a hijab isn't just what you're wearing. Sometimes it's how you're behaving.
Huh, I actually didn't know that. Damn it, Lindsay. I didn't come here to learn stuff.
So if you're a Muslim person, it means not catcalling. It means not treating people with disrespect. It means behaving in a way that is modest throughout your life, not just in what you're wearing.
Oh, so by Muslim person, you meant Muslim men. Gotcha. Maybe hold off on the gender-neutral terms when you're trying to explain something relating to gender, Blair.
But the funny thing for me is whenever it's rainy or it's cold out and everyone puts something over their head, and I'm like, oh, look at all the Muslims.
So you assume their religion? Oh, the outrage.
Is it hard to put on?
It's a fucking beret, you twat.
Sometimes it's difficult, but with practice, you can do anything. And I would go on YouTube all the time and look at YouTubers like Dina Torkia, who would put on a turban, which is a hijab that comes above your neck.
Why does everything on this show, no matter what's being explained, it invariably comes down to clothing, doesn't it?
Or a traditional hijab like the picture I showed you. There's so many different ways. And it took me from an hour to put on a hijab to now I can do it in like 5 seconds.
Weird flex, but okay.
Do you have to wear it all the time, even when you sleep?
Nope, not when I sleep and not when I shower. I think something really important about hijab is that it's a personal choice.
Maybe here in the West it is.
Oh, there you are, Bear. I thought you'd been arrested.
Well, unless you live in a Islam-dominated area in the UK and have to put up with, Sharia courts and your husband's concubines bullying you.
It's a conversation that you're having with God, that you're having with yourself on a daily basis. So if I wake up in the morning and I don't want to wear a head covering, I don't do it.
Go to Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, or Qatar. Yeah, you guys know Qatar, the place where they're using slave labor to build the next FIFA World Cup stadium.
Well, that's just Islamophobic, Bear. I, for one, am looking forward to the next World Cup.
So progressive.
But if I do, then I want to wear it, But sometimes when I go to sleep, I do wear a head covering called a bonnet, and that's something that a lot of black women wear to keep their hair in place.
Whoa! It's women of color, you bigot!
Did that answer all of your questions, Teddy?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Being Muslim is a big part of my identity, so is being religious. And I'm also queer, black, and an activist.
Did she just close her eyes and pull names out of a hat or something? Look, try being all those things in an Islamic-dominated African country, or theocracy in the Middle East. You'll either get a free flying lesson, be forced to transition, be imprisoned, or put to death through being stoned or beheaded.
You had me at stoned.
Out of all the social justice types, it's the ones who think Islam and LGBT mixing being a good idea are the most delusional. I fail to understand how they ignore the brutality of it all. Imagine being this out of touch.
Yeah, activists just like us, Teddy.
And all of my identities work together to make me who I am. I like to think of it as a big flower, where one of the petals is me being religious, one of the petals is me wearing a head covering, one of the petals is me being black, queer, Muslim, etc.
It's et cetera. Et means and, for the love of God.
And all of those petals come together. And as you go through your life, things may change. You might identify differently, you might have one of those petals go away and a new petal arrive. But it all makes you the beautiful person you are.
Yeah, just like when Rowley decided he's not non-binary anymore, thus proving it is a choice. And not everyone's beautiful, Blair. There are some real dogs out there, like Rowley.
Thank you so much for helping us, Blair.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope I answered a lot of questions about Islam, but of course, if you have more, there's a lot of ways to find me.
Totally.
You sarcastic bitch.
So be sure to follow Blair on Twitter and Instagram and to grab her new book, Modern Herstory.
Oh, for fuck's sake, herstory? Come on! Starting to see why you had Blair on the show now, though, and is that cat black? As if that abomination needs something else to be smug about. What's in the small text there? Stories of women and non-binary people rewriting history. You're not supposed to rewrite history. It's not history then, is it? It's lies. And why bother writing women and non-binary people when you could just have everyone but men? Because that's what you mean, isn't it? Several stories ignoring the people who built the world, but focus on those intent on fucking it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Special thanks to Irate Bear, who has probably secured a long stint in jail for us. But hey, on the bright side, I won't have to pay any rent. Do yourself a favour and check out his channel. Please consider becoming a patron so I can save up some bail money, and check me out on BitChute. The links are in the description, and remember, Islam's really taking off, isn't it? I just hope they know how to land.